Your grim companions, those touched by blight and disease, make an odd pairing with the fetter, but it is the right place to start. The trinkets and baubles in this place will serve well, assuming you can claim them. Best to press on. There's little reason to stay. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orn, and we are back at it, taking the Black Death into the fetter here. Now, I was thinking pretty strongly about going after the Harvest Child. I can be persuaded not to, but seems unlikely that I don't at least try. Oh, wow, that's about the one thing. That's about the one thing that would get me off. That was a weird way to phrase it. The one way to persuade me away from the lair. The Vintage Collection. Right at the end. It's even a choice. So we're definitely heading to this node. Hope everyone's doing well out there as we go in. Creature Den, Kyurgen's Table, Watchtower. Well, I think we... what's our... Avoid the Watchtower for a censor I don't care about. I'm not fighting the Shambler early. I don't even know if this party would struggle with the Shambler. I just don't see a reason to fight the Shambler, if that makes sense. Like, what's my gain for that? You know what, here's what we're gonna do. I've already selected it, but we're gonna do the Creature Den in part so that I can get a feel for how strong we're feeling as a party. Well, that's a promising start for the cause here. But here's what we're gonna think through. If no, that's suboptimal. So here's what we're gonna do. If the Creature Den fight goes well, if we feel strong, then we might go after the Harvest Child, even with Vintage Collection being there. If something goes wrong in that fight, if we end up feeling like we're under some real pressure, we'll back off of it. I think that's probably the best I can do. All right, tongue lashing. Does that heal? That does not heal. All right, so he's still dead. Oh, right. Manacles is only usable. I see. Okay. So now I kind of regret not grabbing, I forgot how much movement is wrapped up in this. Could backlash again. I think we just throw Ichor. Forgot how much movement is in the, what is this? The Unchained Path. That's worth considering. No. Let's go ahead and start getting rid of these corpses, I suppose. Get rid of all the corpses so we don't have to think too hard about that. Maybe the answer is I just need to commit to transforming him a lot more, which is tough with the stress gain. Yeah. This is the part of the excursion, right, where I'm trying to figure out how this formation's gonna work. This actually does mean Surgeon would have been appealing. I hadn't really considered that, but maybe the answer is B Surgeon? Because, I mean, the Plague Doctor pretty easily ended up in the front rank here, so maybe I swap from Physician over to Surgeon. At a minimum, I need to be running, at an absolute minimum, I need to be running, Incision. Let's reset our formation here. But I do regret not taking the Crocodile now, because this would have been a fight where we were going to move a lot. Alrighty. So let's reconsider that. So Bombastus. I feel like we bring Incision in because we know we're going to get to fling it. Well, actually, the only reason that happened is because Solaniel ended up out of position, didn't she? All right. Yeah. All right, we're gonna hold steady a little longer, because that might have just been unusual because of how Sol and Yell got moved, and us not having actually. Maybe that's the answer. Sol and Yell needs a way to move forward. Didn't feel like we were throwing poison. Well, we're not throwing poison dart a lot just because we're not in the yeah. I'm gonna try this out. We're not throwing poison dart out a lot because we're not that seems useful. Because we're in the Fetter and we don't have any of the blight reduction trinkets. Okay. So these early strength tokens are gonna suck a little bit. But a couple of extra crits are not bad.
An opportunity squandered.
Magnesium Rain doing its job here. Alright. Yeah, I do think this might have actually been a crocodile run. I mean, because now we kind of need to Shadow Fade. And suddenly Paracelsus is in the second rank again. Now, some of that, again, is granted because of... Because the Flagellant got moved so far back. We almost need to lock him in place. It's interesting to note that except for the Flagellant... I mean, the Flagellant and Plague Doctor don't have movement skills, but we have enough movement skills with the rest of them to actually feel pretty confident in the movement here. Okay, so these guys have dodged every single thing they've been targeted with. I'm actually going to heal up here. We lose that crit token, but that crit token wasn't doing anything for us anyway.
This road cannot be walked alone.
He's basically healed a full there. Yeah.
Bravo!
You're just dead to that blight, right? Yeah, so we can just kind of do like a setup turn here. Get back into stealth, get a free heal. We might end up needing Magnesium Rain, but I doubt it.
And wanes.
Sure. Let's go start working those dodge pluses down. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely having trouble, definitely having trouble landing these blights. Now, are we going to see a necrophagia here? Because we're... Yeah. Alright, well. It's sort of tough, but getting these spiders down is pretty important. You just kind of have to live with that. Get you down. See if we can land the weaken to at least counterbalance the crit a little bit. If they necrophagia again, that's fine. Yeah. We haven't even touched them yet, so it doesn't really do anything.
Steady yourself.
And we can absorb the crits into the guy who's set up for it. Oh, we can't actually even do this, can't we? Nice little stress heal. Ah, we missed the weaken. That's okay. Alright. It feels like this formation's doing okay. It's really just the Plague Doctor getting constantly put out of position here that's a little bit unplanned. We'll use them. We'll do Emboldening Vapors. You know,
The smallest variable.
only get to invert one of them, I suppose. Is it only one? Invert all of. Oh. Why didn't it? That's interesting. I don't think we're winning the fight this turn, so we'll more for that extra bit of healing. All right, perfect. We'll get a deathless off as well. This is awesome.
Conflict.
This doesn't have execute, so we just knock him to death's door.
Large.
So he's dying. Deathless is active, so he heals to full. Perfect. We love it when a plan comes together. We'll even get to do some stress healing.
The howling mind.
Wonderful. And we'll end the fight. Okay. So it took 11 rounds, but that felt like we were doing okay.
An invariable result.
Yeah, again, the problem is just that Solaniel keeps getting moved out of position 3. And Bombastus isn't really configured for that. So, we really don't care about this Cleansing Censure. But this could be an oasis. Do we fight the, Huh. His rings would actually be real nice. So trying to get the killing blow with Solaniel on the Foetor is actually pretty decent. Yeah, sure. I don't know. We're definitely not. Yeah, we're definitely going to the Watchtower because there's no reason not to. The cleansing censure thing is not worth that, and this is basically it may be a wasted no, but it's a +1 speed. I'm fine with this. Ooh, well, had I known it was gonna be these jerkwads, okay. Oh, okay, well, if we're just gonna, yeah, we're just gonna blow them away, that's fine. Here we go. Let's counterbalance, yeah, let's counterbalance that strength token. Actually, I'm gonna transform here. Let's go this way here. Protect the child. Get rid of that block for free. We'll keep the damage total coming here. Put him to death's door at least. Up to 6 stress. Yeah, this is feeling more and more like we do go for this here. Do you have something that stress heals you when you... None of this stuff will stress heal. I think we'll come out of it again. Get the regen going, because we might get to use that a second time, and I'm not really feeling very compelled to do something about this right now. That is a lot of bleeding. Alrighty. Well, let's go into stealth. Let's set up for more just in case. Heal that bleed off.
At least has been tended to.
Get rid of this guy. Alrighty. So, alright, straight into stealth. That is kind of unfortunate for us, isn't it? That's okay, though. We can work with this. Because we actually have 2 different characters who are just gonna punch through that. Now, unfortunately, he's gonna be getting quite a lot of rezzing. Oof, that's a lot of bleeding. Alright, our flagellant is getting the hell kicked out of him. Okay. Shit. I have to do this. I can't guarantee that he's not going to get... I can't guarantee that he's not about to get hit here. Okay. So it ended up being the wrong call because it ended up being kind of a waste, but there was no way to know for certain there. And he was so low that it was quite probable that we end up with a very dead flagellant there. This is gonna hurt. Yeah. This is feeling a little less convincing on the whole
Steady yourself.
getting it done. We're not doing great here. We're not dying, thankfully, but we are getting a little chewed up.
Takes hold.
Alright, let's just get rid of this guy.
Malaise. Measured and steady.
Don't drill a hole in your head. Perfect. All right. Let's put you down to nothing. Let's battlefield medicine him back up so he's not as chewed up as he was before. Get him some regen as well. Perfect. Love going back below. Love going back below the line here. Getting a nice big heal. So the flagellant melting down is the best of the meltdowns, is the best outcome, just because he doesn't, you know, he doesn't really care significantly about it.
Hold fast.
Alright, these bleeds are going to be a problem, though.
elemental, but deadly all the same.
We're slowly beating him down here.
Fight through the fatigue. This road cannot be walked alone.
We are pretty sturdy. Alright, that's most of the rest of his health. Armor break, and we exceed the regen, so we are good there. So let's just do this. Whew. 12 rounds there. Tell you, that did not feel like we were very strong. Treppenburr, spiked skull cap. And the cabinet, or the operating table. Well, Ranshiki at least can get some mileage out of this. Think we'll hold off on using the Treppenburr for anything at the moment.
The lost souls of a dying world, empty of hope and humanity.
And we'll just start working these guys down.
A slow dissection.
Okay, good. We got him.
An unavoidable end. Early results are encouraging.
Alrighty. We'll actually take the opportunity to Dead of Night here, mostly for that heal, just to get her back up to nice and full. Alright, hitting for 4 every time is not really working for me. Okay, if the enemies are going to hit for 4 as well, that's a little bit more appealing.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
And everybody's bleeding now. Syphilis. Hypochondriac is fucking with me here. It's really not helping the cause. I don't know how being a hypochondriac can give you syphilis, but apparently that's how this works. You're just dead, right? Yeah, you're just dead. Okay, we love that, at least. Alright. Stress is still very high.
The one pleasant in the extreme.
And that does...
This work
that's
is
not even
noble
worth having.
and necessary.
Those Heartseeker trinket, those lesser Heartseeker ones could be bugged and we wouldn't know. They're so mild.
The loathing whispers.
There is an oasis at the end too. All right. Well, we lose a wheel here, which is not the one we care. We've got extra wheels, so that's good. That was a lot of wheels to lose. Alrighty.
They thrill to the succulent flavor that grows.
So I don't really care about the wheel. This seems like a pretty good deal, actually. A lot of 12 relics, but we get just a bunch of stuff. Oh. Well, 2 holy water and a war horn. That at least does something. Holy water. War horn. I guess we pop those in.
The destination's never in question. Only the route you take.
So, we'll go to the right here. I need to think about this more. Because all 3 of these are great choices. An Oasis would clean up the stress on Ranshiki. That's super appealing. Vintage Collection is just the best academic study, bar none. And then there's the Lair. We'll do that again. Okay. Again, kind of a disappointing array there, but I guess it does something. Alright. So 2 people want to go to the academics study. We haven't gotten any of the blight trinkets. This is tough. Okay, so the Oasis is just stress healing. There's other ways to do that. As much as I'd like to go there, I don't think that's the play. We've got 3 mastery points already, which is pretty good haul for a zone. Though the layer does represent another one. Vintage collect, yeah. This is a really tough decision. I won't mind if somebody says that this was not the right choice, because I don't know if there is a right choice here. I would have loved to get some of the Harvest Child's trinkets, but I think Vintage Collection is just too good. Wow, that ain't that tempting. Let's give Strain Wines. Bad Digestion is not good. But those strange wines are so good for like fixing relationships, and I believe they stress heal too, don't they? Yeah, they big stress heal too. Yeah, okay. So it was really between Vintage Collection and Lair, and I don't know. I think this party takes the Harvest Child. I think they get it done, but I'm just feeling a little bit wary. Something in the back of my mind is saying, you know, hey, let's not get cocky. You know, there are definitely ways to get killed by the Harvest Child here. If we get a second opportunity to go back to the Foetor, I think we'll definitely make a play for the Harvest Child then. I think we're just in a mode where there's not enough of an incentive. I think there's just not enough of an incentive to go for it right now. Yeah, I think that's the right call. The Altar of Cowardice. Very mild one, comparatively speaking. Into stealth mode. Flesh Weaving, kind of a dick move. Nice, okay. Altar is now dead. Take our opportunity to do this while it is a 3-point stress heal and we know we can do it. Geez, I don't know. Evangelists get real obnoxious when they're just sitting there loaded for bear.
Measure out your violence.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the other reason to back down from the lair there is that We're almost certainly going to see Ranshiki melt down. Just very tough to avoid that, given... Very tough to avoid a meltdown there, I think. Well, that was amusing. And, I'd rather avoid that. I'd rather avoid a meltdown if I'm given my, preference. Bruh. Yeah, that is a lot of stress gain. Yeah. I'm wondering if I migrate over to a pirouette, a lunge pirouette kind of comp. Maybe that's the answer. And then we move her over to Surgeon and make her a little bit more flexible. Oh, I keep forgetting we have Corrupting Cleaver. So really the only thing we'd be looking for is the knives, which may potentially show up somewhere else. Like, you know, there's a chance we'll find them later. I'm less worried about that. Here comes the meltdown. Nope. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't have any way to fix this, so... It's just dealing the damage here. Oh, well, there is one way to fix it. That's to end the fight. Alright. Well, there you have it. Foetor down. We declined the,
Potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
We declined the Harvest Child, which I do regret. I know I think at the end of last episode, the beginning of this, I did kind of think I was going to go after it, but I think Vintage Collection is good enough. Good enough to merit altering course here. And we'll have other opportunities. You know, this formation does very well against the Dreaming General with Ranshiki and Bombastus. So that is appealing.
The place is a little worse for wear.
Ooh, that's nice.
Nonetheless.
Remove disease is amazing. Okay. And Pacifist is gone. Okay, we still need to get rid of... Oh, she picked up Pacifist. Okay, but we need to get rid of Hypochondriac. Holy shit. Alrighty. So that was really good.
Consider your position.
So, Secret and Safe is tempting, but Greater Bouncing Belt isn't good enough. Mortar and Pestle is also tempting, but I think we need to scale in power. Let's grab the Catacombs, especially since we're not going to get every single we're not going to get every single layer. So, lots of medical gear, not really useful. Fix our wheels up. 4 mastery points to spend. Let's start with, oh, we don't have enough money to change paths, do we? Yeah, okay. Oh, that's... We'll change paths when we can. I kind of want to upgrade our, upgrade Solaniel a fair bit. Do this, be coming out of stealth a little bit? That's actually kind of tempting. All right. Let's give Pick to the Face and Thrown Dagger their upgrades. Get some of our damage totals going here. Let's make him Endure net positive. Let's give Backlash its day, because it is getting to swing out quite a lot. All right.
Spend what you can.
We've got Stew. Ooh.
If indeed
So this is a problem where I'd love to spend those and try to get rid of Hypochondriac, but I kind of need to save up to swap the path. And I'd rather, yeah, I think I need to swap the path before the next node here. Alrighty. get some potential for positive relationship, or we'll definitely save the leather-bound diary, because that ignore stress from abomination for one region is pretty good to have at the end here. Alrighty, we'll pop that in. Got one trinket which doesn't do anything. Got some combat items which don't really feel like they do a whole lot for us right now. Let's put the shimmering powder in, because why not? Alright, that'll do it. Well, thank you all for watching. We'll see, actually, yeah, we already got them. We'll see you all in the catacombs.